Hello everyone. First thing first. Yes, this build includes cards from both structure decks, but we only need the Cypher structure deck for the combo in the 5th replay. The only mandatory ultra rare cards are 7th Tachyon and number 107. Because number 107 is required to search level 8 monsters. The other ultra rare cards are useful, but not mandatory, especially the free number C62 from last year. This deck makes Galaxy Brain seems like an insult, because Galaxy is the second worst Galaxy Eyes branch archetype. We might need to replace it with Tachyon Brain, whose neurons travel faster than the speed of light. Well, back to the deck. This build is basically Galaxy Eyes, if it's played like Tenpai. Pretty good, because it's easy to extend when negated, but unlike Tenpai, this deck requires soft garnets, so we have less room for hand traps. It has less protection too, because Sangen Summoning and Transcend are just outright broken. The main selling point is the consistency. Yes, as the title said, it has 99.46% chance to OTK, with only 2 ultra rare cards, from the 1 card starters alone. Yes, it's actually higher than 99.46%, but I'm too lazy to calculate the 2 cards combinations. It's 1 minus 19c6 divided by 40c6, because this deck has 21 starters for the 1 card OTK. Want to prove it? Toss a coin 6 times. We get to OTK if we get at least 1 head. Because we are playing 21 starters from the 40 cards pool, and we start with 6 cards when going second. Yes, Galaxy 100 is now 1.5 cards OTK starter, thanks to the new card, Primal. We can search any monster in the archetype with 7th Tachyon, but it requires us to shuffle 1 card back to the deck, hence it's a 1.5 cards combo. Still, this build mostly plays Galaxy and Photon cards, so it's a waste not to play Trance. The only main deck cards that can't be used with Trance are Stolid Seafort and Tachyon Cloud Dragon. Both enables direct access to Primal, while the other combo routes require us to search Primal from Galaxy Photon Dragon in order to use its self-summoning effect. Yes, it means any deck can access the Tachyon engine from a rank 4. Primal is so broken because it can search 2 Tachyon cards per turn, because it counts as our opponent who is using the effect if we summon it on our opponent's field, which is easy to do because Seafort can recycle level 8 dragons. Very useful as number 62's punching bag too, as shown in the 6th replay. Still, this is a joke build, because people said Galaxy Eyes bricks a lot. We don't need 99.46% consistency, so we should play more hand traps instead of starters. The worst starters are Axel Light and Piri-Ree's map, so we should replace them with hand traps or board breakers. The best starter is Galaxy 100, because it's a 1 card OTK that doesn't require normal summon. The basic combo is 100, into Jumper, into Trance, into Galaxy Photon Dragon, into Primal, into 7th Tachyon, into Afterglow, into our preferred rank 8 game enders, yes, including number 107. 100 can also be used to search any utility Galaxy and or Photon cards by sending Photon Jumper. Yes, it's easy to search Photon Stream of Destruction, or maybe Photon Hand with it. Sending Photon Emperor for a second normal summon and an extra level 8 body is also useful, but it's highly situational, because we're not playing Galaxy Soldier here, so it's fine to replace it with any non-engine card. Yes, it means this deck is almost as good as my full power Firewall OTK. Less resilient against hand traps, but more room for non-engines. It has more ways to deal with different situations too, especially since we're already playing Tachyon. It's a waste not to play Tachyon Transmigration. Yes, it's one of the most broken cards to ever exist. It's a counter trap that can be used from hand, as long as we control number 107. And unlike most negate cards, Transmigration negates all of our opponent's activations in that chain. Yes, that's right, it negates the whole chain. And it's a spell speed 3, so it's also hard to stop. It's not even once per turn, so we can recycle it with Spiral. Check the 3rd replay for details. This deck is very flexible in terms of toolbox, so here's a summary. First replay, how to remove one annoying card. Second replay, basic 1 card OTK. 3rd replay, how to use number 107 in Transmigration. 4th replay, how to deal with defense position. 5th replay, how to remove 2 annoying cards. 6th replay, how to use Primal as a punching bag. So in conclusion, this deck is relatively cheap because we only need 2 mandatory ultra rare cards. It's possible to cut both structured decks, but many of the super rare starters are included there, so it's fine to buy 3 of both structured decks. If we can only buy 1, then the Galaxy Photon one is better, because most of the Cypher cards are optional, and the only starter it came with is Seaford. It's better to cut at least 6 of the less powerful starters, especially if we have the format relevant hand traps. Still, kind of expensive for my standard, but much cheaper when compared to the full power version. And in terms of game ender cards with Afterglow as a material, here is the ranking. First, number C62, because we can summon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, on top of our 9000 beat stick that can attack 3 monsters. It was given for free last year, and not worth crafting. Second, number 62, because it can pretty much OTK on its own. Has damage step protection, but no access to utility Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon Summon. It is included in Galaxy Photon structure deck, but not mandatory. Third, number 107. It can OTK on its own, but requires Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon's 3000 attack. At least it's mandatory for the main combo, as 7th Tachyon's target, so it's not a waste when crafted. That said, it's still possible to optimize this deck even further. But this is all for today, and until then, see you again soon.